I think this is going to be the path up to the top of Mount Andor, though. I think we did find it, and I remember passing by this area earlier. Yep, this is going to be the correct way up over on the kind of northeast side of the map. Or at least that's kind of where the path starts. I'm just really hoping that we go back to the ship later and Roland is there and he says, "Oh hey, they sent me home with some free food." I don't know why free food, it's just the first thing I thought of. At least Roland seems happier with the outcome. At least he seems to feel a little bit better.
You ready for this?
I'm not the one you should worry about.
Good point.
Just don't shout at me this time, please.
Alright, here it goes.
Alright, best of luck. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Yes, brother?
Who dares
Sure.
provoke me?
Oh, okay. Okay, she didn't shout. But he
I'm going to
heard it.
enjoy
He very much
this.
heard it.
Just a little.
Oh, he's named! Oh, he has a name. Krolonaak. Oh, okay, now she shouted. I think the shout is just maybe delayed or something, because I remember she didn't... We didn't hear her shout, we didn't see her shout at the very beginning of the mod when she uses, fire breath to melt the ice after we freed her. So I think the scripting for that's just not always working as intended. At least on my save, at least on my install for whatever reason. It doesn't seem to be affecting the actual sequencing of the quest, so that's really the most important thing.
Don't let your guard down. This thing's still alive.
Well, yeah, I was just... put my weapon away, so I didn't know what was going on. It wasn't me putting my weapon away, I automatically did it.
At last, my Kopran, my body, is as depleted as my Sil. My soul.
I don't like how you said that.
Finish what you started, Dovahkiin. Let me taste the irrefutable consequence of mortality.
I mean, if you say so. It's not like a Dova to accept death so easily.
I embraced it long ago, Dovahkiin. I knew my time among the living was finite. The moment I parted with my Sil.
You parted with your soul? Aw, man! Iriel doesn't even get a dragon soul then.
Sold is a better word for it. To the Dayra, Prince of Destruction, back when we had parallel agendas. But I served my purpose and was discarded, as all who barter with Ra, with gods. Now I am sinless, perishable, and without fidelity. There is nothing left for me in this loss, this life. Please, it is unlike the Dova to Balog, but I must ask of you the merciful release of Denok, of death.
Poor Iriel. Why do you need someone to kill you? Surely you could handle it yourself? Teach my apprentice the Thum, and we'll do as you ask. Deal?
I stand on the Nil's doorstep, the void, broken, defeated, helpless. And still you would have me haggle for the privilege of my own execution?
I mean, I'm an opportunist.
Very well. accept.
See, he respects that. He respects the hustle. Are you capable of teaching her?
This would not be the first time I've taught the Thuum to Azure, a mortal.
Soup du jour?
Still, you should acknowledge that this will take time for her to comprehend the Rotmulags, the words, and their meanings.
Maybe not, but she is also Dovahkiin.
I am aware of her relation. Even so, she will be absorbing our tongue through Rotmulag, not Sil. The language may not translate seamlessly.
Dova, can I talk to you for a minute?
Geh?
Oh, no, not you. Him. It's a nickname.
That is a bizarre choice of words.
It is! See? Okay, I'm glad the dragon
It's
agrees.
not weird. It's because of the syllable. Ugh, never mind. I'm not going to justify it to a dragon.
No, it's okay. You can just call me brother, you know.
We should keep moving.
What did you want to talk about?
You actually believe this thing?
That he's soulless? I mean, why would he lie?
He's defeated and he knows there's no way out. This thing's last hope is to play his subjugators for fools.
By asking us to kill him?
It's a trick.
What kind of trick?
He's trying to get inside our heads or something.
So that we would kill
Look,
him.
I'm not sure what this thing's intentions are, but I don't think bargaining with a dragon is advisable under any circumstances.
On second thought, it's best not to take that risk. I'm mostly confident we won't be incinerated. Trust me on this, we're gonna have to believe him. It's the thing of, if we do kill him and he's telling the truth and he has no soul, then you don't get anything out of it either. What is he getting out of this, really? Trust me on this.
You're the expert on dragons, I suppose. For both our sakes, I hope your instincts aren't misleading you.
I am the expert, which is a scary thought, frankly, in any scenario, in any situation.
Yes, Wundanik.
What does that mean? Do we have an agreement?
I, Dovahkiin, I will enlighten your student. I have seen to my Oblan, my end. When your apprentice demonstrates her comprehension of this Thuum, I will Dal. Return.
Gotta admit, never thought I'd be taking lessons from a dragon.
Well, you know, it happens to the best of us. I had Parthenax, you have this soulless jerk.
This shouldn't take long. Feel free to check on my progress in about an hour or so.
Okay. Just, you know, sit there, look at it, feel the word. Understand it, take it into your soul. And I'll see you in an hour.
Hello.
How's it coming along?
It's trickier than I assumed. I'm going to need another hour.
Alright, easy enough.
We should keep moving.
How about now?
I was close. I could feel the words gathering on the tip of my tongue. One more hour and I'll have mastered it. I'm certain.
Alright. I mean, we're still waiting to see if Roland comes back to us, so if anything, this kind of takes my mind off of that.
Hello.
And?
Just a little longer.
You're not very good at this.
Maybe 6 more hours?
Alright, but you better know the word by then. Why does learning the shout matter so much?
It's not about the shout. Remember when I told you about the shipwreck of the CS Teviot? When we were both separated.
What about it?
I may have misled you. I said the two of us weren't old enough to recollect that event. In truth, I remember everything. Right down to the most trivial of details.
Aren't you younger than me?
By 2 years, yes. I was 3 the year the ship went down.
Man, my memory just sucks.
Isn't it strange how we can maintain traumatic memories with perfect clarity, while happier ones seem to gradually slip away? I remember losing our parents and you in the chaos. I remember scrambling for a rowboat. And mostly, I remember sinking.
How did you survive?
Through the onslaught of rain and wind, I heard faint voices calling out to me. I summoned what strength I had left and swam after them, but waves cold as glaciers picked me up and swept me away. I lost momentum, panicked, and started to go under. Then another voice could be heard, calmer and more assertive than the others. He said I was a goner, and they would sink just as tragically if they waited for me.
Damn. The lifeboat left you?
Yeah, but you know what? With a newfound flare of adrenaline, I managed to keep my head above the waves and force my exhausted body towards the ever-fading sound of safety. I used to think it was my own tenacity that kept me from sinking that night. Years later, when I discovered my gift, I realized what actually kept me afloat.
And that is?
The Divines had other plans. I was meant to be a paragon like you. I don't know how or to what extent, but I can't give up until I achieve that purpose. Someday, when my appearance saves just one doomed soul from certain death, I'll know why I survived that fateful night.
But you've already done this, because we're on the island, we're saving people now. That's why you obsess over the shout to validate your purpose? No, I understand. She needs this. If anything, it'd be rude for me to be like, well, I learned it so easily. We have to give her the opportunity. I'll see you in 6 hours.
Thanks. I'm confident I'll know it by then. Yes?
And?
Let's just move on.
Oh.
We're done here.
No, look at her. She's so sad. No.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh.
Of course.
I mean, at least Zavok likes me. That's a good sign. Let's head back to the ship. You've earned some rest. You need to just rest, I think. Let's get you out of the rain. You've been sitting out here all damn day. I still wish we could have gone with Roland to see the Naga, honestly.
What do you require, my lord?
I get why he didn't want us to go with him, but honestly, I feel like I could have pled our case better.
Can we
Then
kill
he
something
would have.
today, master? Please.
Did you say something?
Yes, my liege.
Oh! You're back!
Something you need?
Oh, God. Thank God. It was tense. The thing is, it did say completed his quest instead of failed, so I really was hoping he'd be back, but still, they just left me wondering, and I was tense. It's good to see you, friend.
As am I. When we parted, I thought for certain it was for the last time.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
I'm glad that is not the case.
You're an idiot that you did this, not that you thought it would be your end. What happened?
I confessed my sins and sought either forgiveness or punishment. But the Naga offered neither.
Fair.
They took a stance of impartiality, recognizing my crimes, but also my attempts to reconcile. I am still not sure if I deserve such meek judgment. But if they are satisfied with the results, then I suppose I am as well.
Alright.
Alright then.
We'll worry about your training later, but that is a happy ending for Roland. That's a happy ending for a few of you. We got your happy ending, your happy ending, your
Did you
happy
say
ending.
something?
Tia is conflicted and doesn't know if she's gonna get a happy ending for her book. Iriel is feeling a little down about herself. We haven't even started a personal quest for Katri yet, honestly. Alright, well, let's talk to everyone.
Yes?
I'd like to know more about you.
You have me at a disadvantage, for you know all about my past entanglements. Yet you have told me nothing of yours. I wonder, has the famed Dovahkiin entertained many lovers?
Little personal.
Or does he hold out for the arrival of a perfect companion?
Little personal. I've had a few, but none of them worked out.
After all was said and done and you both went your separate ways, did you find it difficult to move on?
I mean, it kind of depends on the person. Hurt for a bit, but the pain lessened over time.
How much time, exactly?
I don't know, like 3 meads? A few years.
So, 91 years is probably a little excessive then.
Oh yeah, little excessive.
Truth is, it never felt right all those years.
It's a little bit much. You're holding on to something
Until now,
from
that is.
almost a century ago. Why is now different?
Tia told me something that resonated.
Really?
It's had me thinking that perhaps I was wrong to close the door to my heart all these years.
Tia did.
By doing so, I was only draining the life out of my future. I want to try my hand at intimacy once more, and follow it down whatever road it leads us.
Us? Us, you say?
Come on. You and I both know the futures we saw on the surfaces of each other's palms.
Well, I was hoping.
I tried to deny it at first, but as Dagon's minions say, there is no respite from the hands of fate.
Sorry, Tia. Sorry, Jade.
Look, I'm not saying this is going to last, but we'd be foolish not to give it a try.
Maybe we should discuss this somewhere more private. I'm kind of in the middle of the hallway. You're in your room. Can I come in?
That would be proper. What did you have in mind?
Oh, there's the wine tasting, the dinner date. I haven't discovered the others yet. I hope this doesn't screw me. How about a wine tasting?
Let me slip into something a little more appropriate for such an evening.
Oh, same.
You might consider doing the same.
Yeah, I should. So the question is, what gift is for her? The dress would be for Jade. Maybe the healing crystal? Old Crescent would be for Hayden. Pearl, Blue Thistle, Stagger and Sway, Last Akrosh. Last Akrosh would be for Tia. Blue Thistle, that sounds very familiar. Was that? I'm just going to make sure I have some options. Healing Crystal makes me think of, the palm readings and everything, so that's why I'm kind of leaning towards that. I guess we'll see. Now the question I have is, do I bring her as a companion, or do we take someone else? I wish I could bring no one. I don't want to bring anyone on my date. Like, let me dismiss everyone, frankly. Okay, so I can't bring her as a companion. She's gonna meet us there. I don't want Zavok, frankly, is the main thing. Hello?
Almost didn't recognize you.
Oh!
You look ravishing.
I didn't recognize you! As do you. Honestly, blue is your color.
You're too kind. It's been ages since I last wore anything appealing. You don't think it's excessive, do you?
No, I like it. It exemplifies the best parts of you. For an outing like this, it's perfect. Yeah, for this, it's perfect.
You really think so? I suppose I can put those concerns to rest.
What are your thoughts?
I'll admit, I'm not big on alcohol, but I do enjoy a glass of wine on occasion. Shall we get started?
Well, we're not drinking to get drunk. We're just having a tasting. So that's the thing. Oh, wow, they've got variety here.
How goes it?
I will sample the red. Oh,
Cheers.
where did you go? There you are. It's funny because, just the way that it kind of flares out at the end, it almost looks like a dress on me.
Something on your mind?
Well, what did you think of that one?
Bitter, yet sweet at the same time. If only they had a word for that.
Something on your mind?
Oh, it's nothing. Something about this place reminds me of home.
How so?
It's not important. We should remain focused on the here and now.
Oh, wait, so this is... Wait, I actually don't know if this is part of the date or her personal quest finally kicking off. Speak your mind. We're on a date, come on.
Well, I suppose little harm could come of it. I was raised on a coastline with a similar complexion. I'd almost forgotten how thunderously the ocean crashes against rock and seaboard. Or how statically melodic the chirps of seagulls are. Or the brisk, cool wind, and how gently it brushes against one's skin as they stare placidly into an infinite blue abyss.
Some people pay for an experience like this.
None of them grew up in such a place. The glamour associated with the tropics was penned by excursionists, not natives. This environment brings back a lot of memories, most of which I'd rather soon forget.
Any good memories?
I'm afraid the good ones are so deeply intertwined with the bad that they've become corrupted as well.
Yeah, I don't think this is her date
How
conversation.
difficult it is to recall a moment of bliss without also remembering the way it was stolen away.
I think this is unrelated. Surely there must be something you remember fondly.
Well, now that you mention it, there is one event from my childhood I can look back on with contentment. Don't suppose you'd be open to hearing it?
It is a date. As I've said before, I've got time.
Well, on the beach where I grew up, there was a sectioned off portion where the wealthy individuals and their children would swim. My friend and I, we used to fish off a distant dirt cliff just beside it. One day, she caught this monster of a fish. Took the two of us half an hour to drag the thing up. When we finally managed it, we saw the teeth, rows upon rows of them. Didn't know it at the time, but we were standing face to face with a fully grown slaughterfish.
Slaughterfish aren't that big.
We were young then, especially by elven standards. It might as well have been a whale.
What happened next?
She freaks out and screams, and this fish just starts squirming erratically, like a Thalmor Justicia observing Talos worship. It manages to get away from us, throwing itself from the cliff's edge and hitting every rock shelf on the way down.
Ugh.
So there it falls, just off the shore where the wealthy is swimming. For a moment, we thought it was dead. Then, without warning, it starts wriggling towards them. So, naturally, my friend starts trying to reason with it, right?
Right, of course.
She calls out, "No, not that way, you live over here." But of course, it's down there just tossing her advice to the wind. I suggest warning the nobles, but we both know they're not going to listen to a couple of peasant children. There's a brief spell of silence, a single screech, and all-out chaos. They see it and emit screams louder than a banshee passing a series of kidney stones. I'd never tried so hard to conceal my laughter before or any day since.
But you're laughing now. What happened to this friend of yours?
Decades later, I took an interest in magic and inducted her as my apprentice. From then on, we became more than just friends. Then I'm sorry, I've rambled long enough. We've got better things to do.
Right. Back to the wine.
All right, then.
I think I was supposed to pick up another wine and then talk to her. Oh.
Yes?
We must sample it before having another. I didn't drink it. Okay. That's my mistake. I didn't realize. So I drink it,
Yep.
then I give her one. Or at least I pick it up.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, I don't know why I didn't think to drink it on my own, to be fair. Well,
Something on your mind? State your business.
what did you think of that one?
White wine, was it? Not my go-to, but a pleasure nonetheless.
You know, I kind of wish we had some snacks to go alongside
Farewell.
all this. Rosé,
Cheers.
let me have mine. I have a feeling the red might be her favorite.
Searching for something?
Just for someone.
Good day.
How about that?
I'm starting to feel a slight tingle in my fingers. I think that's where I'll call it. Care to meet me on the shoreline?
Yeah. Don't mind if I do. I like how you still have your mace. Just in case, we find any errant slaughterfish.
Go ahead and get comfortable.
Don't mind if I do.
Dover, do you mind if I ask a personal question?
I mean, I feel like this is the right time to do so. Go ahead.
Would you say you've lived a fulfilling life?
I don't know, I guess I've never really thought about it.
Well, now that you've had a chance to ponder this conundrum, what would you say?
I mean, in real life, I would say not yet because I'm still young enough, but... I mean, having gone through how many adventures as Dovahkiin, having solved how many world-ending crises, yes. I've made the world a safer place. That is where I find contentment.
Quite well. In that respect, I think you and I have more in common than I thought. Now that I know how you view your achievements, I wonder, what's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
We start with nothing and end with nothing, there's nothing we can lose. I mean, I like the idea behind it, but I also don't know if I agree with it. Do what is right, not what is easy.
Quite well. All right. What about the worst?
Do what you love and the coin will follow, which, it's a nice sentiment, it's a nice idea, but it doesn't always really work out.
Yes, I can imagine how that counsel might lead you astray.
And you?
Best advice? I would have to say the classic, "There are many paths to tread," suits me best. It is a reminder that our futures are not fated. They are defined by the decisions we make or let slip away, not the wills of omnipotent beings.
And the worst?
That fortune-telling is anything beyond a cheap hoax to keep food on the table.
Wait. I thought you believed in fortune-telling. That's the whole reason we started dating. Unless... Was that a hoax? Was that a whole thing just to get me to go out with you? Were you planning this from the get-go, Katri?
An effective spectacle is authentic to all but the puppet master.
Take that as a yes, then.
There was a time I thought my future was defined by the lines on my hands and birth sign, but that was long ago.
Take that as a yes.
On that note, I wonder, do you remember my birth sign?
Oh, that's easy. It's the ritual.
I guess it's safe to say you do listen.
See, I know shit. I know what's going on. I brought a gift for you.
You did? What is it?
For some reason, I think it might be the blue thistle, especially since it matches her dress.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, that might not have been right. That might not have been the correct one. The little giggle wasn't great. Oh, maybe it was... I'm not sure. I don't know if it was the healing crystal. I don't know.
Right. The Daedra don't rest. We shouldn't tally too long. Think we'll get a chance to do this again sometime.
Okay, she has to do it again, so that's a good sign. I hope so. I had a wonderful time.
As did I.
Okay, that's good. Unless she's just saying that because, we have to live right across the hall from each other. We'll go back to the ship. We'll see if she says anything there.
Something on your mind?
Can't just be a
Greetings.
coincidence, right? I mean, It sounds like destiny is bringing you two together.
Oh?
I know.
Hold on. I wanna
Maybe
eavesdrop.
I'm mistaken, or perhaps I interpreted the palms incorrectly. It's been years since I predicted anything.
No. Go with your feelings, Katri. Go with your feelings. No. Don't go to bed. Don't go to sleep yet. We need to talk. Tia, just, you stay out there.
Something on your mind?
I want to talk about us.
So do I. Listen, about that date of ours.
Oh boy. What about it?
It feels like a lifetime since I allowed myself a distraction like that. As a vigilant, sometimes we get so caught up in protecting others that we forget to partake in the events that make us people. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I had a wonderful time, and I hope yours was just as memorable.
Okay. Whew. That's a relief. I savored every second of our time together.
Then prove it.
Oh. After a gentle embrace, vigilant Katri cups your face with her hands and draws you close. At first you resist, taken aback by her sudden display of passion, but the desire in your heart soon emboldens you to take a chance. You abandon your hesitation and excitedly press your lips against hers. The consequences, whatever they might be, will be worth it. What consequences? Come on. We're two people on an island.
How goes it?
Pretty good now. Pretty good.
All right, then.
You have a good night. I'll see you later. I have a feeling that I might get some death glares from Tia, from Jade. I think Iriel likes you at least, so that's a plus. You get along with my sister.